When a woman wants to get intimate, she'll always do this. Did you know that 90% of human communication is non-verbal? Studies show that body language, tone, and micro-expressions often reveal far more than words ever could. Maraban. 1971, in fact, researchers at the University of Kansas found that people can determine attraction within just 4 minutes of conversation. That means before a woman even says a word, she's already signaling her level of interest. And if you're paying attention, you'll see it by the end of this video. You'll be able to instantly recognize when a woman is subtly inviting intimacy. Welcome to Bon Chronicle, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. You won't be second-guessing anymore or wondering if you're reading the moment, right? And make sure to stick around till the end, because we have a bonus sign that's even more revealing than all the others. Sign number 1 invades your personal space. Women are naturally more protective of their personal space than men. So when a woman deliberately steps into your space, it's not random. It's a sign she feels comfortable with you. And more importantly, that she's drawn to you. Here's something fascinating. Studies on proxemics, or the science of personal space, show that we typically allow strangers only about 1.5 feet of space before we start feeling uncomfortable. But when someone is interested in you, they will subconsciously step closer, shrinking that boundary without even realizing it. Now, this doesn't mean she'll suddenly be pressed up against you in an obvious way. It's more subtle than that. Maybe you're standing in line together at a party or even sitting next to each other. Does she shift just a little closer than necessary? Does she position herself near you when there's plenty of space elsewhere that's not by accident? Next time you're with a woman you suspect is interested in, you pay attention to proximity. If she's in your space, she's sending you a signal. Sign number 2, she touches your arm or shoulder. Touch is one of the most powerful ways we communicate attraction. And when a woman is comfortable with you, when she feels that pull towards intimacy, she will find subtle ways to touch you. It could be a light tap on your arm as she laughs at something you said, a gentle squeeze on your shoulder when she's emphasizing a point, or even her fingers brushing against yours as she hands you something. These aren't accidental. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that women tend to increase physical touch when they are romantically interested. What's interesting is that she'll usually make these touches seem casual, almost playful, because, let's be real, a woman isn't going to grab your face in the middle of a conversation. Instead, she'll make these smaller gestures to gauge your response if she touches you. Once, pay attention to whether it happens again, if it does. She's testing the waters, seeing if you're receptive, and chances are she's feeling the chemistry sign. Number 3, she leans in close when talking. Leaning in is one of the clearest nonverbal signs that someone wants to be closer to you, literally and figuratively. When a woman is engaged in a conversation but keeps her distance, she's maintaining a level of separation. But if she leans in, lowers her voice, and brings herself close to you instead of just speaking louder, that's a very clear sign she is comfortable enough with you to close the gap, and that's a big deal. Think about it. If you're in a crowded bar or a busy cafe, she has 2 options. She could raise her voice to be heard, or she could bring herself closer to you. If she's choosing the second option, it means she wants that closeness. So next time you're talking to a woman, notice how she positions herself. Is she staying at a distance, or is she subtly leaning in, making the conversation feel just a little more intimate than it needs to be? If it's the latter, she's telling you something important without saying a word. Sign number 4, she uses soft, gentle voice tones. A woman's voice says more than her words ever could when she's interested in you. Her tone naturally becomes softer, more delicate. It's not something she does consciously. It's just how attraction works. Studies show that women lower their pitch when speaking to someone they find attractive. Puts et al. 2006. It's a biological response designed to create a more intimate and inviting atmosphere. the same way a deep, controlled voice from a man can be attractive. A woman instinctively softens her tone when she's drawn to someone. But here's what makes this powerful. It's all about contrast. Pay attention to how she speaks to other people versus how she speaks to you. Does her voice sound lighter? Is there a certain warmth to it that you don't hear when she's talking to others? That's not by accident. So next time you're in a conversation with her, listen closely. If her voice softens when she speaks to you, she's unconsciously signaling a level of attraction that words alone can't express. Sign number 5. She maintains prolonged eye contact. They say that eyes are the window to the soul. But when it comes to attraction, they're also one of the biggest giveaways. If a woman locks eyes with you for more than just a second or two, especially in moments of silence, that's a huge sign she's drawn to. Science backs this up. A study published in Psychological Science found that mutual eye contact increases feelings of romantic connection. Kellerman et al. 1989. In other words, the longer she holds your gaze, the more she's emotionally and physically invested in the moment. Here's how you know it's real. Does she hold eye contact just a little longer before looking away? Maybe she glances down for a moment, then looks back up at you. That quick drop of the eyes followed by a return to eye contact is a classic attraction signal. Now, if she's constantly looking around the room or avoiding your gaze, that's the opposite. It means she's not fully engaged. But if she keeps locking eyes with you, even in those small, unspoken moments, she's letting you know she feels something. Sign number 6, she angles her body towards you. The human body is incredibly honest. While words can be filtered or rehearsed, our bodies tend to naturally face what we're most interested in. And when a woman is drawn to you, you'll notice that she angles herself in your direction even without realizing it. This is one of those signs that's so subtle, yet so revealing. If she's engaged in conversation with you and her body is turned directly toward you, it means she's focused on you even in group settings. If she's facing you more than anyone else, it's a strong indicator of attraction. On the flip side, if her body is positioned away from you, even if she's talking to you, it might mean she's not fully invested in the interaction. But when a woman angles herself towards you, even leaning in slightly, it's her subconscious way of creating a sense of closeness. Next time you're around her, watch how she positions herself. If she consistently turns toward you, even when she doesn't have to, her body language is sending you a message loud and clear. Sign number 7, she uses open, receptive body language. Body language never lies when a woman is interested in you. Her posture, gestures, and facial expressions will all signal openness. On the other hand, if she's guarded or disinterested, her body will reflect that too. So what should you look for? Crossed arms, bad sign, relaxed shoulders, open palms, and an exposed neck. Very good sign when a woman feels comfortable and drawn to someone. She'll naturally create a more welcoming posture. She won't put physical barriers between you two. Instead, she'll face you fully, keep her arms open, and even subtly lean in. And then there are preying behaviors. These are the small, subconscious actions women do when they're engaged and feeling attractive, like playing with a necklace, tucking their hair behind their ear, or subtly adjusting their clothes. These aren't nervous habits. They're subtle signs that she wants to look good for you. So next time you're with her, observe her posture. If her body is open and receptive, she's showing you without words that she's comfortable and interested. Sign number 8, she initiates intimate conversations. Physical attraction is one thing, but when a woman starts steering the conversation into deeper, more personal territory, she's creating a much stronger connection, one that goes beyond surface level interest. Think about it. If she only talks about random topics, casual events, or general small talk, it means she's keeping things light. But when she starts asking personal questions, bringing up topics that require vulnerability, like your childhood, your dreams, or even past relationships, She's investing in emotional intimacy. She's opening a door and seeing if you'll walk through it. And if she says something like, "I feel like I can tell you anything," that's a huge signal. That's her way of letting you know that she sees you as someone she trusts and wants to be closer to. So if she's initiating deep conversations, she's not just passing time, she's pulling you in. If you've watched this, comment. I see the signs below, so we know you're part of our real community bonus point. She mirrors your movements as a thank you for sticking with us to this stage of the video. Here's a bonus sign that's even more powerful than all the others. One that most people completely overlook. It's called mirroring, when a woman is deeply connected to you physically, emotionally, or both. She will start unconsciously copying your movements. This isn't something she's actively trying to do. It's a natural human response to feeling in sync with someone. Research published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that mirroring happens when people are truly engaged and attracted to someone. It's a subconscious way of saying, "I feel connected to you." So what does this look like? You take a sip of your drink, and moments later, she does the same without realizing it. You lean back in your chair, and seconds later, she adjusts her posture to match yours. If you start noticing these patterns, congratulations, you're inside her head in the best possible way. Next time you're with a woman, test this out. Subtly change your posture or your gestures and see if within a few moments she follows. If she does, she's already deeply connected to you. Now that you know the signs, pay attention. The next time you're around a woman, you might just notice one of these subtle invitations to intimacy that you never saw before. If you found value in this video, give it a like to help us grow and make it more visible to others. Subscribe for daily content like this and share this video with a friend who needs to hear this. We've also recommended another video on your screen. Right now, click on it to keep learning. And as always, we'll see you back here tomorrow.